Hey guys, thanks for coming out and humoring my senior year bucket list. I'm here basically to set the bar low enough so that the rest of the comedians can sort of trip over it. Yeah, I get nervous kind of speaking in front of crowds because I'm always afraid of how people are going to judge me. Like I had to bring notes up for a that's going to be about 3 minutes long. But no, it's true. I think it's just because I know I judge people all the time. And especially, like I was watching the news the other day, and they had one of those kind of annoying openings for the story, and it says, "Oh, what were you doing at 12 years old?" And intrigued and lazy, I sat on the couch and kind of waited through the commercials to find out what it was all about. And the story ended up being about a kid named Ryan, who was 12 years old, and had just written a book about fighting public healthcare reform. Now, maybe the appropriate response to that sort of story is to be proud of this kid for achieving so much at a young age. I mean, at 15, I hadn't read that many books, but he was already writing them. So. And that was not at all my first impression. My first impression is to find this kid's biggest character flaw. I mean, aside from preaching conservative political philosophy at the age of 15, I decided to go for something a little bit more personal, just so I can feel better about myself, because I've not achieved nearly as much. So my first response after hearing this is like, oh, he wrote a book. Well, he's probably a homophobe. But it's true, I'm still nervous about being judged. And back on this campus, I do it all the time. And I don't judge people on things like race and gender. Those aren't choices, and those stereotypes are bad. I'm not gonna be in favor of those. But a lot of times, you can be right about people based on the clothing they wear. If someone here is wearing skinny jeans and it's a guy, they probably work at the radio station, or they're an Emerson student. So. But what I see all the time is people wearing sweatpants. For me, sweatpants. There's no way that I can admire someone when they're wearing sweatpants. I mean, basically it's just saying, I didn't have the will to put pants on today, so I went as far as I could to cover my shame. And it's like, you could see Obama saving the world, lifting children out of rubble and saving them in orphanages, but if he's wearing sweatpants, your first impression is going to be, oh, Obama's gotten pretty lazy lately. They say, dress for the job you want. So if you dress in sweatpants all the time, basically you're saying is, the job you want is to be unemployed. For the past few years I've been pursuing laziness kind of part-time as sort of a hobby. But now I've decided to really go into it full-time work. So that's my set, but thanks for
Good, man.